I guess she turned her camera on accident, right? Today has been my first day of teletherapy, and OMG, it has been so fun and funny and a little bit crazy. These kids are so cute. I wish I could meet them in person and just hug them and feel their presence. One thing that kept happening today, so I'm new to Google Classroom. I'm new to virtual therapy. It's my first day of virtual therapy. So I have 6 Google Classrooms. I have them by grade, right? I have middle schoolers and high schoolers. And I invited all of my 7th graders to my class ahead of time, so they have the link and have my meeting code and all this good stuff. And I had kids joining my classroom all day long, like early. I had a little girlfriend, her session was at 1:30. She's in my 11 o'clock session. If you know how to keep people out of your classroom who's not supposed to be there at that time, excuse me, I don't want to kick them out of my classroom. I want to keep them out of the meeting at that time. You probably can't do that, but if you can keep people from entering a meeting when it's not time, please tell me.
Help me!
Because I don't want people hopping in to my sessions and it's not their time. So I've just been doing kind of like get to know you type of things, get to know me type of things. So I'm getting to know this kid. We had a group session. It was supposed to be 3 of us. He's the only one that showed up, which is good, I guess, because him and I got to know each other on one-on-one type of level. So we were talking about what he likes to watch on television, which he doesn't. He doesn't watch television. He watches YouTube. And on YouTube, he says he likes to watch videos about what the future is going to be like. And I was like, can you explain that? And he was like, yeah, I'll just search, what is a cell phone going to look like in 2075 or something like that. He would just look, he said he'll look for things 10, 20, 30 years into the future just to see what's online and to learn about it. He said he's so interested in the future that he's upset that he wasn't born in the future. And then what he said was like, I used to get upset about not being born in the future, but then I came to realize that I was born during this time so that I can help shape the future. I was like, oh my God, that is so deep and wise for a 7th grader. I loved that. Oh my gosh, I loved that. Next story. This one family, they joined my meeting via iPhone. It's clearly an iPhone. They're in the car and it's a big car. It's a lot of people in the car. The phone goes through like 5 hands before it gets to my student. All I hear is wind blowing and he's just sitting there like, and I'm like, can you give the phone back to your mom? Can't have therapy like that. I don't know why someone would think that you can have therapy in the car with 10 people with the windows down and you can't even hear. So don't do that. If you have kids who have virtual learning, you want to create a distraction-free environment. I had another group of kids. This group was so fun. Oh my gosh. I should have peeped it at first because they got along with each other so well from the beginning. And I'm like, this is a good group. I did a good job putting these kids together. The whole time they were in a group together last year. But I didn't learn that till later on. So they already knew each other. They were already used to the whole thing. So this one female in the group, she's actually the only female in the group, and she held her ground. She's a cool cat. And so I told the kids that they don't have to have their face on the cameras. You know, if you don't want to have your face on the camera in the group, then you don't have to have your face on. Just answer me on time, you know, when I call on you. So she instantly turned her camera off. She was like, bet, bink, turned her camera off. So I guess she turned her camera on someone's watching me. I guess she turned her. Wow, that just threw me off because someone was like, girl, what are you doing? But yeah, anyway, so I guess she turned her camera on accident, right? And she's literally in the camera. Baby girl, what are you doing? I'm just doing my squats. Just squatting. Whole time she's doing arm exercises. I said, can you turn your camera back off? That group, I love that whole group. I wish I could see them like in person. Another kid in that group, we're talking about emails, and because I need them to check their email before my session, just in case I need to send something to them for them to use during therapy. I know I could post it in the classroom too, but you know, I'm still new, so, and I just want to make sure that they know how to check their emails and that they're checking them regularly. So there's one guy in the group, he was like, I'm like, you know, do you check your emails? And he's like, yeah, no. I said, not at all. He's like, yeah, sometimes. I said, okay, how often is sometimes? Is that like once a day or once a week? He's like, maybe once a week. And I said, you know, that's not good enough. You have class online every day. You should check your email every day, just in case your teacher sends you something, or, you know, that's how they're gonna get in touch with you. So I said that, and then like we went and talked about something else, and then at the end of the session, I said, you know, do you guys have any questions for me, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I have a question. So you mean I gotta check my email every day? I'm like, yes, every day. He got close to the camera like, do you mean the weekends too? Do I gotta check my email on the weekend too? So that's how my first day of virtual therapy is going. Very fun. It's very funny. I have a very, I keep saying very, I'll be picking on myself, but I have a large caseload. Woo! Large. Middle school and high school. So 7 through 12. And I have my middle schoolers Monday, Tuesday, sprinkle some middle school on Wednesday, and then high school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm hoping to keep it like that. I haven't had any of my kids in like self-contained classrooms yet. I've had all higher functioning children with just like a learning disability or speech impairment. Some of these kids have, you know, other health impairments like ADHD, but for the most part, it's been a high functioning morning. So my whole team, all of the speech therapists started therapy today. So we've all been like texting each other, and you know, some of my friends are not having the same type of day as me. And I'm like, you know, it'll get better. It will get better. This whole virtual thing is, not easy for teachers, for therapists, for parents, for administrators. It's not easy for anybody, but I do feel like, you know, the more you do it, the easier it'll get. You know, it's not gonna be easy the first day. It's kind of weird though, I ain't gonna lie. It is kind of weird having therapy virtually because you can't, well, I don't wanna say you can't feel their energy, because you know, when you know a person and you've met them in person, you can kind of tell their energy on FaceTime, like later. Like, you know, if I'm on FaceTime with my mom and her energy kind of weird, I'm gonna know that because that's my mom. But so it's kind of weird in a sense that you don't really know like their energy or what's going on type of thing, because I don't really know them. So hopefully it'll feel like a little less weird the more time we spend in therapy. But I guess that's just a downside to distance learning. You just have that distance aspect, and it does feel very distant, like on the camera too. I'm gonna stop recording because people are looking at me crazy. It's 2:51, but that's all I have for now. I just wanted to share my first day. If you do teletherapy, hey, teletherapy friend, give me some tips, help me out, because I'm used to being in person. If you have any questions about anything, you always know that I am here. My email address is down below too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you guys next time.